Okay, so welcome back. Now we're going to have a little look at plundering. Plundering is a really important aspect of the game. From my perspective, it's always better to steal goods and steal forge points than to create them for yourself. Now, those goods could be used for several things. Even if they're not the goods you require, you could still trade them for whatever you do require. We're not going to look into actually what troops to use when plundering. I'm just going to give you a very brief explanation of plundering itself. So plundering you can only do with your neighbours. So we're going to start with Brian, and hopefully we're going to show you how good it can be to actually plunder. Okay, so I'm going to get my troops ready and I'm going to attack. It's quite simple. You add the fight. If you win, you can go to their city and plunder them if something is produced. As you can see on the left hand side at the bottom, there's a plunder button. If you press that, you'll get this little picture of almost a bandit. Anything that's got a bandit above it, you can actually plunder that building. Now, the important thing to remember is, if there's nothing on offer that you're not excited about taking, for example, all of these are houses, they only give coins, but we've got goods buildings there. So I don't have to plunder right away. I can actually go back, and if you now look at it, plunder Brian, I've now got 24 hours to actually steal something from him. So I'm going to revisit him another time and hope that there's something more interesting to steal. You can visit as many times as you like. You don't have to take the first thing you see. So I'm going to continue and just basically work my way through. Now remember what we said about aiding. If every building's been aided, then you won't be able to plunder them. Okay, so here we go, we've won the battle. I'm going to press the plunder button. Okay, we've got a few things there, nothing too interesting, couple of little event buildings. I know that this little flowery one gives me some coins, so I'm going to go for that. Job done, I've now plundered him. I'm going to go again. So you can attack your neighbours once every 24 hours. Just to confirm, you don't need to plunder straight away. You can come back as many times as you like through that 24 hours. Now, looking at this one, houses I tend to keep away from. We've got a few resource buildings here. I'm going to go for the glass. I just got 20 glass. Thank you very much. And I'm going to keep going, just a few more. Now, it's very important to remember that if you do attack somebody and you think they're too strong and they're going to kill you, then you can retreat. You don't need to finish the battle, therefore saving your troops. There is no punishment for leaving the battle other than you might get a message from them. So only a house there to plunder, that's only coins, so I'm going to come back and visit him later. Now, if you plunder every single one of your neighbours, or the majority of your neighbours, you can come out quite healthy with a good amount of goods, forge points, and also you get the occasional hate mail, which we love in Social Watchmen. Be sure to share that. All we've got there is a couple of little buildings. I'm not interested in those, so I'm going to come out. Now, when you plunder, always start from this far right hand side. You can see Brian 92 is #73. Always start with that higher number, working down to the left, because the further left you go, the stronger the player is. So be careful with that. Pick on the biggest player there is, and they will certainly be visiting you to plunder you every day. So we'll do another few more. We're not going to do too many. Here we go. So fingers crossed. Okay, quite a few options here. You need to get used to what buildings potentially pay out what. They all pay out different things, obviously. You can always click off and check. Oh, that's alabaster, that one. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, that's the gondola dock, yeah. So you can come out and look. What's this one? Beekeeper, so that's honey. So you can look, okay. There's 6 honey, thank you very much. So I'm just going to keep going, just a couple more. I'm not going to go too crazy. There we go, I've won the battle. Now I'm going to visit his city. And fingers crossed there's something decent. So I'm having a good look round. Okay, I can see a couple of things, nothing too exciting. On this occasion, I'm going to have a go at this arena. I only got coins. Sometimes it actually pays out different things. And as you can see, when I'm fighting these people, a lot of them only have 2 pikemen. And I'll explain to you why that is. It's actually quite simple. If they've only got 2 pikemen, that means they have not set up an army to defend their city. So you'll get the standard computer setup, which is 2 pikemen. Just to clarify here, if you go to the army, you can see that all of these troops here are blue. Blue means they're defending my city. If I get plundered and they get killed, they will never die. They will always be there. So to select troops to protect your city, all you do is you click on the troop and press the blue button. Job done. Let's do a couple more. I want to show you when there is nothing to plunder, what that looks like. Basically, the plunder button will just be shadowed out and you won't be able to push it. That doesn't mean that you can't come back later on to see what you can steal. Okay, so we've got a few options here. Nothing much, nothing really too much. I'm going to come back later. So even though I'm not collecting too much now, later on I might be lucky enough to catch that city when it's just produced something, and basically I'm going to steal it. Just going to have some coins. It's actually very simple. Please don't look at the tactics that I use when battling. It very much depends on what your attack and defense is. So please, another YouTube video will come out for that one. Okay, let's make it interesting. Just to finish up, I'm going to go to some of the strongest players now. Okay, let's start there. Now, I might lose some troops now. That's quite normal. I'm not that bothered about it. I've got tons of them, so it's not really a problem. So these are like a little bit more special, these cities, but doesn't necessarily mean that they're easy to plunder. Because if people collect their goodies on time, there will never be anything to plunder. If you leave your goodies all produced and you haven't bothered to collect them, guess what? You're probably going to get plundered. Okay, so let's make this the last one for now. I've got a lot of options on this one. Now, these terrace farms normally give, these ones here normally give 12 forge points, so you get to know the cider mills are generally very good. I'm going to have a go at that one. And your attempt to plunder this building was repelled by the player's Galacta Tower. That's this one here. Last one. So it's very simple, but the point is, plunder is a lot quicker than building it, and also means you don't need as much space in your city, or you have more space. So let's have a little look. Nothing really on offer. Okay, well, I hope you understand this. It's quite simple. Just remember, you can come back as many times as you like. Don't always take the rubbish stuff. Here we go. Last battle. And again, nothing to plunder yet. Okay, well, I've hoped that helped you. As you can see, as I said, up this end, the left, all the way to the left, you got the hashtag and the number 1. And, you know, he's got 65 million prestige. So be careful how far you go up and take into consideration the strength that you are. Okay? But plunder, plunder, plunder. Okay, guys, thank you very much. It's quite a simple one. And I'll speak to you soon. You take care now.